Who's ready to judge people on the internet? Hi, I'm Vanessa. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. And I had so much fun with my last Am I the A-hole bookish Reddit stories that I've decided to do some more. And, lucky me, I found some that look promising. Let's get right into it. Am I the a-hole for telling my book club to stop inviting my ex's new partner to our meetings? Interesting. Let's see. I'm 32 female in a small, long-running book club with about 10 people who've been friends for years. We meet monthly at different homes, discuss books, and it's always been low-key and supportive. My ex, 34 male, and I broke up amicably about 18 months ago after 5 years together. No drama, just grew apart. We still share mutual friends, and that's fine. I'm glad, it's nice, healthy. Of those friends, one of those friends started dating someone new, Alex, 35 male, 6 months ago. Alex is nice enough, but he's not in the book club and has never read the books we choose. Last month, the host invited him as a guest because he seemed interested. He came, but spent most of the time on his phone, interrupting to make unrelated jokes, and admitted he hadn't read the book at all. Oh no. It threw off the whole discussion, and a few people were frustrated but didn't say anything. Yeah, that's kind of rude. This month, another member hosted and invited Alex again, since he had fun last time. What? Okay. It seems weird that he had fun when he wasn't interested in the book, but alright. Same thing, no prep, constant tangents, and even started a side conversation about sports during the serious part. Okay, I think he didn't realize that they actually care about the book. I think maybe he thinks it's just a jumping off point for a hangout. But these people actually want to discuss the book. I pulled the host aside after and said politely that I didn't think it was fair to the group to keep inviting someone who doesn't engage with the material. It changes the vibe we've built over the years. She said it was just one more person and that excluding him would be rude to her boyfriend, who's also in the club. She pulled the host aside and she said it was one more person and that would be rude to her boyfriend. I don't understand the boyfriend. I'm moving on. I said, if Alex keeps coming, I'll have to skip meetings because I joined for the book talk, not casual hangouts. She wants to discuss the book. Now, the group chat is blowing up with some saying I'm being gatekeepy and unwelcoming, while others agree it's not the same anymore. Alex's partner texted me saying I'm making things awkward and should be more open-minded. I feel like I'm trying to protect something meaningful to me, but I hate that people think I'm the problem. Am I the a-hole? I don't think so. I don't have an in-person book club. That sounds fun. Sounds fun to get together, discuss the book. That sounds awesome. And you really love it. It's special to you. You really like reading the book and discussing it. And it's the one time where you're actually in-person meeting for that purpose. So yeah, I can see how it would be annoying to have someone just kind of ruin that. I totally understand that you would be frustrated. That sounds very frustrating. Let's read some comments though, see what other people think. OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the a-hole. I might be the a-hole because Alex is dating a longtime member of the group, and by setting this boundary, I'm effectively pressuring the group to exclude her, which could make her and her partner feel unwelcome or rejected. They've called me gatekeeping and unwelcoming, and I'm worried that I'm prioritizing my comfort over the group's inclusivity and the feelings of someone who's just trying to join in. I understand that too, but it is rude to go to an event like a book club. I would even say a movie screen club, or say even D&D if you are invited to someone's D&D group. I'm trying to think of social things that have a specific theme. To constantly stop the planned activity and turn it into a different activity. I do think that is rude. So I am on OP's side with this. I'm not saying that like you should uninvite the person, actually. I think that they don't even have to read the book, but just to not disrupt the conversation so much. But then the only other problem is that people don't seem to mind it, which again I feel like is unfortunate. It's just a sad situation. Oh, someone said downvoting because your title is misleading. Alex isn't your ex's new partner. Yeah, this one. If Alex doesn't want to read the book and talk about the books, he shouldn't come to book club. That's why it's called a book club. If Alex's partner keeps pushing on this, then invite the people who want to read the book to meet at a different time and place for book club and let the others have Alex time club. Life is too short to allow someone show up and ruin a perfectly good book club. Yeah, I agree. Literally any other get-together that's not supposed to be the book club. Or just tell Alex, hey, you can come, but we will be talking about the book. I don't feel like that's rude. It's a book club. Anyway, that was that one. I don't think this person is the a-hole. I think they are legitimate for wanting to discuss the book at the book club. Next one. I want to read this one because it sounds funny. Would I be the a-hole if I politely asked my fellow book club members to stop talking Taylor Swift? Okay. I do like Taylor Swift. I like a lot of her music. So this one's amusing to me. Okay. As stated in the title, I'm part of a book club at my hometown's local library. The club is based around the book series 33 and a Third, a series of books that each focus on a specific album. It's a book that's focused on music. Never heard of this. Alright. We listen to the album, read the book, and meet every third Tuesday of every month to discuss the book, album, and artist. A little confused, but I'm going to keep going. I started going a few months ago, and today was my third time going. The group has met up a lot in the past, and they're pretty close-knit, so I've been trying my best to fit in with them, despite my social anxiety, making it pretty difficult sometimes. Oh, okay, yeah. I see it's hard to break into like a close friend group. That's not fun. Things have been going well until tonight at least. The subject of tonight's meeting was the Sam Cooke album One Night Stand live at the Harlem Square Club. We tend to go off topic a lot, especially lately because there have been fewer people than before, and somehow the topic of Taylor Swift came up. A few of them took the opportunity to take unnecessary shots at Taylor Swift, making fun of her newest album. One of them said it sounded AI generated. I'm generally just bad mouthing her. Okay. I love Taylor Swift's music. I have since 2020. Not to brag, but I've been a Taylor Swift fan since Fearless. What was that, like 2005? This girl calls herself a Swiftie and hasn't memorized the release date of every single album. How dare she? Her music has been a beacon of light in the darkest parts of my life. Because of this, her music has become more than music to me. It's become part of who I am. It's in my blood, DNA, my soul, my personality. It's everything to me. When the comments started happening, my face turned hot and I almost walked out with anger. Ooh. I made a joke about walking out hoping it would stop the comments, but it didn't. I pulled my phone out to distract myself until the conversation shifted and I was able to rejoin without blowing my top. Oh no. Those comments ruined a rare night off work for me because I've been pissed off about it ever since I left the library. The leader of the book club has all of us in an email list, and I'm considering emailing everyone and asking them to refrain from bad-mouthing Taylor Swift while I'm there. I don't think you should do that. Oh my gosh, it's windy out. If you hear noises, it's the wind. Up until now, I recently enjoyed talking about albums. I love learning about albums I know nothing about, and I want to continue going to meetings. But I don't know how long I can keep going if they keep bad-mouthing an artist whose music is so vital to my existence. So Reddit, would I be the a-hole if I politely asked the members of the book club I go to stop bad-mouthing one of my all-time favorite artists? I don't think you'd be an a-hole. I do think you would be a little bit overreacting. Like, this could definitely be in the am I overreacting subreddit as well, because you don't know that they're going to do this again. This happened one time. Somehow the topic came up. They all made fun of her for a minute, and I'm assuming they moved on after that, or did it just turn into a whole thing? I'm assuming they moved on after that. So I don't think you need to take matters into your own hands. I think just let it go. Like, I've heard people insult things I like all the time. Like Taylor Swift being one of them. I hear people say, oh, well, my dad makes fun of her a lot. My own dad hates her music. It's anything. Books you like, shows you like. People are gonna have their own opinions. I think it was even in one of my other videos where her own boyfriend hated her favorite book. Like, people are gonna have different opinions. You gotta keep going. You can't go crazy every time someone insults something you love. You just have to be like, well, they're wrong, and let it go. You do not need to email people. They will think you're crazy. They will think you're crazy. Edit, just to clarify, because it's been asked in the comments, I'm 22. I don't know why that matters, but there you go. Yeah, it matters. Your age definitely matters. Yeah. It's excusable if you're younger. Like 22, I would say, yeah, it's excusable that you had the thought that maybe you should tell them. But hopefully you didn't. Hopefully you didn't, because they're going to think you're crazy. And you will probably be banned from book club. Oh no. This comment, you're the a-hole and you may need to take a step back, not just from book club. A disagreement over a singer shouldn't make you that angry, and your intense feelings over her music is bordering on obsessive. It's okay to love things. It's okay to have things mean a lot to you. Yeah. But it is your reaction to people who have different opinions that shapes you as a person. And do you want to be the person who can't handle a disagreement in a public setting without going crazy? Or do you want to be a cool, collected, mature person who people have different opinions, everyone has different opinions, and you don't have to like the same things that other people like. It's okay. It's take a deep breath. It's gonna be okay. You would be the a-hole if they kept bringing it up over and over at multiple meetings, or if they were just doing it because it made you mad. I think it would be fair to ask them to stop, but I think a music discussion group is a fair game to criticize a music artist. Ooh, that is true. That's true as well. And I think you need to step it down a bit. If it's in my blood, my DNA, my soul, my personality, it's everything to me. It's not an exaggeration. I have a favorite band that I listen to a ton and see frequently live, but I would not say any of that about them. Oh my gosh. People are kind of critiquing her. Yeah, they're saying that she's a little bit too intense. And yeah, those are very intense feelings. Someone said you need to chill, babes. I'm not going to critique you for saying it's your personality because you clearly love things very strongly, and I don't think that's a bad thing, but I do think, yeah, you just have to not take it super personally and just move on. We need to move on to the next story. Am I the a-hole for promoting my Etsy shop? I'm a YouTuber who enjoys making videos reacting to different Reddit stories. But in addition to making YouTube videos, I am also an artist. I love to draw cute, colorful characters, and I especially love fantasy related things. So I created an Etsy shop where I turn my artwork into stickers, bookmarks, t-shirts, all sorts of things on my Etsy shop, imaginessadesigns.etsy.com. If you also love fantasy, or if you love just like cute little animal characters, I'd be so happy if you checked it out, and I hope you find something you love. That being said, let's get back to the video. Next story. Am I the a-hole for not congratulating my friend on publishing a book? Possibly. Let's see the context. So a friend of mine recently self-published a children's book on Amazon. She made a big announcement on social media about how excited she was to start this new chapter in her life as an author. She also texted me about it, and I responded that it was really cool and that I'd buy a copy when I could afford it. That's very sweet. I also asked what the story was about, and she told me I'd have to buy it to find out. That's not very good marketing. What? Read it and find out. You don't want to be that mysterious. Later, my husband saw the cover and was curious if it was AI generated. I asked my friend who her illustrator was, and she said she'd used Canva AI. Personally, I don't really care either way, so I just didn't reply to that message right away. Oh. Oh, a few hours later, she followed up asking why I had asked. I wasn't on my phone, so I didn't see it right away. When I didn't respond again, she sent another message basically saying, "Are you going to reply or not?" I told her I was just curious. I didn't want to mention that someone else thought it looked like AI since I felt like that would come across as rude. Yeah. That's true. I can understand them being defensive. Oh, yeah, she's defensive, yeah. She then sent a long message along the lines of, "I already have one friend criticizing my book, and then there's you, no congratulations, just asking about the artwork as if you're trying to find something negative. So why don't you be honest about why you're asking?" I replied, "Please calm down. I can't afford to buy your book right now. When people are proud of something, they usually enjoy talking about it, so I thought asking questions was a way to show I was interested." But it wasn't really. You were actually criticizing her. We don't need to get into a whole discussion about AI. As an artist myself, I do wonder why you would want to create an illustrated children's book if you don't draw. As a writer, if you're not an artist yourself, it's a great opportunity to collaborate and make something with somebody. So I don't personally really understand why you would want to. I guess people just want to make money. But like as like the artist, from the artist perspective, I'm just like, why do you want to be an artist if you don't actually want to create art? What I was trying to get at here was that as a fiction writer and an artist, there is a joy that comes from the act of writing a story or seeing a drawing come together as a piece of art. And I don't really understand why people who make AI want to enter these creative spaces when they don't seem to have that same desire to actually participate in the creation process itself. Later, her husband, who I work with, mentioned that she was upset I didn't congratulate her. I have no choice but to be at their house soon for an overnight visit, and I'm already dreading any potential awkwardness. Should I approach her once I'm there, or just camp out in the guest room and hole up until last minute? Me and him will have a tight schedule that morning to avoid potential conversation. I genuinely wasn't trying to downplay her new book. The first thing that came to mind was to ask questions to show support since I couldn't buy it. I hope I didn't unintentionally mislead, but when I look back on our text, I didn't use the word cool. I said the story sounded funny. She marketed it as a hilarious story to read at bedtime, and the title has shock value. And maybe that makes it better or worse. I'll paste the exact text I sent initially in response to her text about the book. When I can, I'll totally buy a copy. What's the story? It sounds funny. As expected, as soon as I saw AI in this discussion of reading through the comments, there a lot of criticism of the fact that she used AI in her book. And people are also being rude about self-publishing. So now people in the comments are basically saying, did she use AI to write the book since she used AI for the illustrations, which is a good question. I'm kind of curious to see what these images look like because AI can sometimes look a little funny. Oh, this part's interesting. Okay. What a lot of people seem to be missing is that message you got from your friend wasn't a one-to-one OMG, I finally published my book. It was a marketing shot. This is 101 Amazon self-publishing marketing strategy. Use your friends to get them to buy and review your book and use their socials to promote it. Did she ever tell you she was working on a book? Oh, that's a good question. Like, was she talking about writing a book? I didn't want to say that part. This is from OP. We normally don't talk often, and that was the first time she messaged me in a while, and I had no idea she was writing a book. That makes it a little suspicious to me. Like, using AI for all of the illustrations and not drawing any of it, not partnering with the artist for any of it. Children's books are different because they are kind of about the illustrations. Normally there's not that much, like, there is some text to the story, but a lot of the book is about illustrations. That's kind of a big part of the book. I don't think you're the a-hole. I think the situation got confusing, and that friend is probably seeing a lot of criticism about it. Oh no, my thing's going weird. Camera's acting weird. So those are all the stories I'm covering in today's video. Let me know your thoughts on any of them in the comments below. I love to chat in the comments, and I will see you next time in my next video. Bye!